The Eastern Eagles hosted the South Gallia Rebels on Tuesday night. The first half was a back-and-forth battle, but the third quarter was ultimately the Eagles' pledge. The Rebels took charge and never looked back, keeping the lead throughout the game, topping the Eagles 57-46. The first half started off slow and sloppy for both teams. Turnovers were a major problem for the teams, and by the end of the game, they committed 42 total. The highlight of the first half were both outstanding point guards. Both were the lead scorers for their teams, and Eastern freshman point guard Jet Facemeyer ended the game as Eagles' top scorer with 16 points. Facemeyer has been the leader on this Eagles team. He is one of the only Eagles that actually shot the ball in this game, and Coach Jeremy Hill said he will be a key to success for this season.
Talked to the boys down in the locker room, and right now we have to match our freshmen's tenacity. And that's hard to say as a varsity basketball coach when you need your seniors or juniors to match what your freshmen's output is. So, I think the kids, they have to take on his leadership and start playing basketball the way he's playing basketball, because he's playing exceptional basketball right now.
The third quarter was all Rebels, and the dynamic duo of Landon Hutchinson and Brandon Dreer. These two together connected multiple times throughout this quarter, and the Rebels took charge underneath, where they scored most of their points, extending their lead to where it was so hard for Eastern to come back. And turnovers came back into factor for the Eagles, and this time the Rebels weren't turning the ball over like they did in the first half. Eastern had 28 turnovers by the end of the game. In the fourth quarter, Eagles stayed with the Rebels, but could not seal the deal. Hutchinson scored 18 of his 22 points in the second half alone, and he was South Gallia's top scorer, outscoring anyone else on his team by almost 10 points. Dreer added 14 points to that total, and both teams were shooting under 50% tonight. Even though they lost, Eastern shot better than South Gallia, 44% to 39%. In this whole game, both teams combined only scoring 3 3-pointers this whole game. The Eagles will face an 0-3 Belpre, who is also looking for a win this season on Friday night. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Hardwood Heroes and check us out on Instagram at WOUB Sports. From the Nest, reporting for Hardwood Heroes, I'm Jess Bosch. Remember to be heroic.